Let me ask you about preparedness for no deal. Is it possible for the businesses that you talk to prepare for no deal, or is that simply not possible?
It's not possible to fully prepare for a no deal. Everyone knows that.
And the businesses that you're talking to, what would they fear in a no deal situation?
Well, the three things that business needs is certainty, legal framework and an orderly withdrawal. So a no deal offers none of those three things, and that's a huge problem for business.
The Boris Johnson plan that is on the table at the moment, things still evolving. Clearly here in Dublin the government has a lot of issues with it. What would your perspective be on the plan at the moment, which sort of puts two borders, one in the Irish Sea and one at the land border?
I think it's very interesting. There are three elements that I think we need to reflect on. One is regulatory alignment, two is a new customs arrangement, and three is the future double or free trade agreement. Regulatory alignment is absolutely what Ireland, Northern Ireland and the UK wants and needs. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's simply a potential for regulatory alignment. So what the EU is being asked to do at the moment, and what business is being asked to accept at the moment, is that an agreement would be signed and Britain would leave the European Union at the end of this month, but there would still be jeopardy as to whether in fact there would be regulatory alignment. And we wouldn't know for the best part of 12 months whether there would be such regulatory alignment. And indeed, every 4 years thereafter, there will be further jeopardy. So regulatory alignment is hugely desirable, but as yet, there's no certainty that that will actually occur. So that's the first point. The second point is on customs and a new customs arrangement. The proposals simply won't work, I don't think. Even yesterday, the British department involved specified that over 15 billion was going to have to be spent at the very least over the next 12 months in relation to putting such arrangements in place. But most of all, I think business in Northern Ireland and business in the south of Ireland must have, in addition to regulatory alignment, customs alignment. Actually, from a Northern Irish business perspective, it's the best of both worlds, not something to be feared.
So, yes, so on that point, I mean, that takes us more into the territory of the backstop than the territory of the current Boris Johnson suggested deal. Do you think then that the only way to solve this would be to go back to something that looked more like the backstop, which would, as a last resort, to keep Northern Ireland in the customs union?
I think we should avoid nomenclature. I think it simply divides people. What does business require and how do people live their lives? Business requires and people live their lives on an everyday basis with the minimum of fuss, the minimum of regulatory paperwork, the minimum of tariffs. And that's what people need to continue. It will actually assist and be beneficial to business north and south and to how people live their lives. I think it's not helpful at all to simply say you've compromised, we haven't compromised, we've moved, you haven't moved. That gets nobody any far. And from a business perspective, it provides nothing but uncertainty.